Maybe if you want to take that.
We're speaking on behalf of the leadership team. I wish we had more time to really get into what we've been doing because it's fantastic stuff that we've been doing so far. We've looked at a lot of things that we've been doing across the board in terms of as a district. And all the people in the large leadership group, there was some frustration. You know, some of the stuff that's been going on, just statewide, district-wide, building-wide, we felt a little bit frustrated at times. And after our leadership meeting, I truly walked away feeling like I was able to take a breath of huge fresh air, like, yes, we can take this in the right direction. So that's what I hope you guys will get from this as well, and know that a lot of people are working hard to try to steer the ship of this building in the right direction. So go ahead and click before we jump. Somewhere here. Here we go. So I want to ask you real quick, why do you teach? Anyone want to share? Be nerdy. Be passionate. I want to hear it. Anyone willing?
I love music and I want other people to love it too.
You want to share your love for what you do?
Yes.
Awesome. Why do we teach?
Make a difference.
Inspire kids. Make a difference to individuals, correct? None of us got into this simply for summers off, and if you did, you should probably walk out right now. We are here for the right reasons, and our administrators are in the same boat too. After our discussion that we have this leadership group, everyone agrees. That's why we do it, to make a difference to individuals. You guys, with the education like we have, we could do anything. Some of us could be doctors with the amount of time that we spent in college. But we choose to be here, getting paid pennies, to try to make a difference to individuals. So go ahead, Mr. Benham. Dr. Benham. So these are the things we broke down. This is why we do our job. I want you guys to look at the list real quickly and think to yourself, how many of these connect to me? Sorry. So we positively impact kids. We want to impact the future. We want to create positive relationships with and/or positively influence our kids. That love of learning, or love for whatever your subject might be, loading the student's toolbox, giving them a chance to succeed. These are all things that we all share. A lot of these were coming from the administration, some of these are coming from us, but it's all in unison, and that is relieving to hear. So go ahead, Mr. Benham. There are a lot of things right now that are out of our control, and I don't think I appreciated that fully as a teacher until we sat down and really hashed it out. Some things, guys, we just have to do. And they're loopholes, or not loopholes, sorry. Hoops, don't get through hoops. Sometimes the state throws out these hoops, and we just have to dive in and jump through the hoops. Yes, hoops. I don't know where that was going. But all of the things that are really important are still, no matter what's going on, they're within your control when you walk through the front door here every day. Things that matter, the things that we care about. Some of the things that are out of our control, our community right now is not funding us quite the way that they used to, so our class size is big, but it's out of your control. You know, is that what we want to focus on? Shorter periods, that's rough. It's definitely impacting us in science a ton, and it's not fun, but it's not in our control. So if we choose to dwell on these types of things as teachers, we're hurting our kids. That's where the hang-up is. SLOs, this is, I really think after hearing the whole process and what the state is expecting from us, the vocabulary route is probably the least invasive into our classrooms and the one that is also going to make an impact. Is it fun? Do we like doing it? No. Amy, you're most. It's not something that we want to do. We want to be working with individuals and we want to be making a difference too. But is it going to make an impact and is it going to be the least invasive way to do that? I really think it kind of sounds like it might be. So again, out of our control. Map testing, we talked a lot and you know, there's some frustration in the building about this. We shared that meeting. They get it. They are going to try to do it a different way if we can next year. It's tough with our schedule, but so the idea that these things that are invading our classrooms, this is not me. Christy Others the idea that these things, that was out of my control. The idea that map testing, you know, is somehow invasive right now, it's frustrating. We need ideas and collaboration. There's a lot of complaining and not a lot of doing. And target it. Talk about it, you know, productively. If you have an idea that's going to fix it, please, Lord, share it, you know. We don't need to sit on frustration, and we can be a team. And that's kind of what this leadership team is going to try to tackle, these things that are annoyances that interfere with what we really want to be doing. OTES, same deal. You know, these things are out of our control, and same with our new curriculums. There's some frustration about that. It's not your control. So focus on the things that are within your control, and that's what we're trying to choose. And with that, this is just the reality. There are things happening that unless you want to be an active voice at the state level and try to make change there, it's not going to have an impact on what we're doing in the building. There's just certain things that have to happen. Talking to Marzanowski, you know, he got the frustration totally from the math testing. There's a ton of it, and I'm sure he heard a lot more about it than I did. But he wants to keep his job too, and if he's not implementing the things that need to be happening, you know, there's going to be problems for him too. So I had kind of an eye-opening experience within this leadership meeting, and I wanted to share that because I think it's very important that we're a team, and I think we do have some of that. But the other thing we ended up with is this idea of inspiring. The inspiring and caring and empowering individuals. This thing, we spent hours working through this, and this is what it's boiled down to. This is our job. Ice. Ice, baby.
Take it, Evan! All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back in the new school edition. Teaching, becoming something unsightly. High stakes testing, daily and nightly. Will it ever stop, Dan?
I don't know, but focus on kids and they'll grow.
To the extreme, it's like a torch on a candle. Focus on kids and all the things we can handle.
David Bowie remix.
SLO, baby. Pressure, pressing down on me, pressing down on you. Assess them all. Under pressure, that brings our family down. It's the pressure. It's in me. Test every day. Shout it up, look at that up. That is about